I want to talk today about the one thing you have to develop if you want to have the voice of your dreams. And listen to the end because I've got a little exercise you can try. Do you feel like your voice has reached a plateau? You might have been training for years and you feel like you're making minimal to no real improvement anymore. And you tell yourself, well, this is just as good as my voice is ever going to be. Or maybe I just need to find a different teacher or find a different vocal technique. Or maybe voice training is something very new to you and you're finding it really hard to commit to the process. You get easily distracted, you easily give up when things start to get challenging with your vocal practice, and you just tell yourself, well, I just don't think I'm meant to be doing this. Now, as a voice teacher, you're probably expecting me to talk about vocal technique. So it could be something to do with larynx posture, or the vocal folds, or vowel modification, or even breathing. But actually what I want to talk to you today about is your mind. Whether you're a singer or a speaker, your mind will ultimately drive your vocal development. And whether you allow yourself to reach your full potential with your voice. What you think and feel will be expressed through your voice, and also where you hold tension. So your jaw, your tongue, your shoulders, your chest, your neck, that all is going to affect your voice. Now, this isn't to say that vocal technique isn't important. It absolutely is. And I've been studying and training in this world for over a decade. But what I am saying is that if that's all you focus on, you will reach a plateau. You will reach a ceiling with your voice, and you will think that this is as good as it gets. Now, your mind will come up with all kinds of stories as to why this is the case. It could be something like, I was told at school I couldn't sing high. I've never had a powerful voice, so this is as good as it's ever going to be. It's just not the right time at the moment. I might do this in a few years' time. This is just how my voice is. This is just how I speak. What you're really seeing is your own resistance to having the voice of your dreams. These are just stories that you've bought into, which are really keeping you safe and are stopping you from really building a powerful voice. Now, Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist, famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." So you may have a conscious desire to go and have voice training and build this incredible voice, and you might start to take some action towards that, or maybe you have been taking action towards that for a number of years. But actually what's really driving you are your unconscious thoughts. And this is why, and you can probably think about this in any area of your life, we can have a conscious desire for something and get the opposite result. So let me just give you an example in terms of the voice. So you might come for lessons because you want to start singing more belty musical theatre songs. So you need to develop a much more powerful mixed voice. So you come for lessons and you're making some progress and things are going great. Then you start to get to a point where you find yourself not really practicing properly anymore. You start to skip the more challenging exercises. You do the things that are more easy, are more comfortable for you. And you just revert back to singing the way you've always sung. Now, you'll have good reason for this, and we always have good reasons for why we do what we do, and you will justify this to your teacher and your friends and yourself as to why your voice is the way it is and why you haven't practiced or why you've done what you've done. So consciously you want this powerful voice that allows you to sing belty musical theatre songs, but actually unconsciously you have a fear of having a powerful voice. Now this could be for a whole host of reasons. It could be, who am I to sing with such power? No one would want to listen to me. People will think I'm full of myself. People won't like me. No one in my family sings. There's a whole myriad of reasons why we might have a reason for not wanting to really build the most powerful version of our voice that we can. So do you recognize any of this in yourself? And how do we begin to break this pattern? I'd like you to think about the last time you were really triggered around your voice. Now this could be anything, and you can apply this whether you're a singer or you're using your voice for speaking. So it could be that you did a performance and you got a sort of lackluster response, or you did a big presentation and people made comments about your voice, or maybe someone actually said something that you didn't like about your voice. Now, see if you can go back to that memory and that place and just remember how you felt in your body. And what was that primary feeling that you felt? Was it anger? Was it shame? Was it frustration? Was it sadness? Was it disappointment? And ask yourself, what was this emotion trying to protect me from? And then what would happen if I stopped defending against this? So asking yourself these really powerful questions begins to open this up, because what we're very good at as human beings is stuffing emotions that we don't like, either by numbing them or distracting ourselves in many different ways. And actually, when you start to go towards these feelings, these uncomfortable feelings, you start to open them up to see what's actually really driving them. Now, this is the first step to uncovering what is really unconsciously driving your voice and ultimately stopping you from having a really powerful voice. So I have a really unique approach to working with singers and speakers, because I bring in not only vocal technique, which I know is very important, but also I work with the mind on quite a powerful and deep level, so that we're not just working on the surface and thinking positive, but we are really working on what's really driving you at a deep level in terms of your vocal development. So if you'd like to find out more about how I work with singers and speakers and have a more personal conversation with me about your own voice, please click below and you can schedule a free 20-minute voice consultation. And these can be taken online, so you can be anywhere in the world. And whether you're a singer or a speaker, I would love to help you with your voice.